The following program may contain coarse language, violence, nudity, mature subject matter, or scenes which may not be suitable for all viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
This is the X-Zone Broadcast Network, broadcasting worldwide on broadcast affiliates and satellite program providers, including CNN Broadcast Network, Sirius Satellite Network, Star Media, Good News Radio Network, Angel Broadcast Network, Wiki Broadcast Network, and WPBN TV. For more information on the X-Zone Broadcast Network, visit us at www.xzbn.net.
The X-Zone radio and TV show is largely an opinion talk show. All opinions, comments, or statements of fact expressed by Rob McConnell's guests are strictly their own and are not to be construed as those of the X-Zone radio and TV show or in any manner endorsed by Rob McConnell, Relmar McConnell Media Company, Talkstar Radio Network, its affiliated stations, or employees.
All Hit Radio.
Welcome to the X-Zone, a place where fact is fiction and fiction is reality. Now, here's your host, Rob McConnell.
Precious and few are the moments we two can share. Quiet and blue like the sky hung over me. And if I can't find my way back home, it just wouldn't be fair. Precious and few are the moments we two can share. Baby, it's you on my mind. Your love is so rare.
And welcome back to the X-Zone, everyone. My name is Rob McConnell, coming to you from our studios in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Worldwide toll-free, 1-800-610-7035. Email xzone@xzoneradiotv.com. On MSN Messenger and Skype, you can always chat with us. Our address is xzoneradiotv. And our website, www.xzoneradiotv.com. And you can all let me see, on Twitter and on Facebook, it's also X-Zone Radio TV. My guest this hour is Me Sah, and Me Sah is an ordained metaphysical priest and non-denominational minister providing services to help people heal and transform their lives. And, I've had Me Sah on the show before, and she is a great pleasure to have with us, and I thought I'd bring her back on to talk to us tonight about the wonderful things she does, because in my opinion, man, some people out there really need help, Me Sah. And, you do energy healing, you do alchemical transformations, clairvoyant and medium readings, angelic channelings, inner energy coaching, spiritual teachings, and, of course, animal communication. And what I love about you, everything you do is love-based. So thanks very much for joining us.
Well, thank you, Rob. I always have great pleasure speaking with you and doing your show, so I'm grateful to be here.
The world is going crazy. We look at what's going on. There's that massive terrorist threat that is facing the United States throughout the Middle East and Northern Africa. We've got civil unrest. We've got war. What's going on, Me Sah? Can you make any sense of what's going on in the world?
Well, we got everything, don't we?
We sure do.
Yeah, I will tell you about some channeled information that I'm getting, which is time is short. And my sense about that is whatever's going to happen on the planet is going to happen, but as individuals, our individual time is short, and we need to be really being mindful of the choices we're making and keeping our spiritual connection strong, because ultimately it's our spiritual connection that will put us in the right place at the right time, whatever that means for each of us. And the other thing I'm getting is that things are going to escalate, and I think we can see that happening.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm getting a real sense of it's not impending doom, but it's a sense of things are really moving, things are changing, things are up in the air, things are it doesn't feel real settled to me, and I don't usually get that kind of sense. And I was talking to a friend the other day, and we were talking about this, and she's another clairvoyant.
Mm-hmm.
She said, I think it's what's happening on the planet. Things are really starting to escalate, and things are starting to ramp up, and we need to be very mindful of where we are as individuals. And I'm also getting very strong messages about the ego and how conditioned we have become, much more than we think we have, and how everything basically is based on the ego in one way or another, and that we need to be looking at that, because if we, going into these times, if we listen to the ego more than we're listening to the God within us, it's going to lead us into the wrong direction. And we really need to be spending time, however we do it,
mm-hmm.
with connecting with that spark of divinity that's in each of us, and listening to the guidance more so than any other time.
Me Sah, you and I have to take a commercial break, honey. We'll be right back, and let's continue this, because this is very important messages and news that we have to share with the audience.
Okay.
Me Sah is our special guest. I'll be back with Me Sah on the other side of this 2-minute commercial break. Don't go away. Modern Esoteric, Beyond Our Senses by Brad Olson, consummates the lifology story about where humanity originates. It is the lost continents, the primitive wisdom, the mythos of creation, and the rethinking of ancient history as we are taught in academia. There is much more to the story than what we have been told. As this is the first book in the Esoteric series, Modern Esoteric starts at the beginning of time and accelerates up to this modern age. Future Esoteric is book 2 in the series and takes a forward-looking position ahead of today with an open and honest examination of the ET issue and various unexplained phenomena. To discover the writings of author Brad Olson, visit www.bradolson.com. That's www.bradolson.com. Named one of the world's greatest psychics, Elizabeth Joyce is now giving readings worldwide via Skype. Elizabeth Joyce is recognized for her clairvoyant ability to help find missing persons, her analysis of dreams, past life regression work, mediumship, and her accurate predictions. Elizabeth has been a frequent guest on the X-Zone radio show with yours truly, Rob McConnell, now for several years. For an appointment with Elizabeth Joyce, call 201-934-8986 or Skype at elizabeth.joyce. And for more information, you can always visit Elizabeth Joyce online at www.new-visions.com.
Do you have a dis-ease that you would like to alleviate through a natural means? Have you been contacted by angels, ghosts, or even extraterrestrials and want to validate these experiences? Or would you simply like to speak with someone who can help you find your life's purpose? I'm Dr. Joseph Mara, and I'm offering my services free of charge for first-time clients contacting me during the month of April. These free consultations include angel card readings, guided meditations, life coaching, and energy healing. If you have always wanted to explore these types of experiences but were skeptical or simply could not afford them, then take advantage of this free special offer. Contact me through my website, aguidinglight, spelled LITE.com, to schedule your consultation today. Until then, I offer you love, light, and laughter.
Don't give up on us, baby. Don't make the wrong seem right. The future isn't just one night. It's written in the moonlight, painted on the stars. We can't change ours. Don't give up on us, baby. We're still worth one more try. I know we put a last one by, just for a rainy evening, when maybe stars are few. Don't give up on us, I know we can still come through.
Welcome back to the X Zone, everyone. Mesa's my special guest. Her website is www.mesa.weebly.com. And if you'd like to contact Mesa for a one-on-one consultation, in the United States, the telephone number is 928-606-6289. That's 928-606-6289. And calling from outside the U.S., area code 505-471-2224. That's 505-471-2224. Mesa, before we went to the commercial break, you and I were talking about some of the messages that you're getting channeled to you, and they seem to be very important warnings to people, wake-up calls.
I think so. I think it's absolutely time that we wake up and take things a little more seriously than the general population is doing. I think we've been so conditioned, we're lulled to sleep, and we don't really realize that anything could happen at any time. And I'm not saying it will, and I'm not saying I'm seeing that. I'm just saying that the messages that I'm getting are wake up, take stock of what you're doing, and think about the choices you're making, and think very carefully. And stay out. The other very important thing is to stay out of fear, because fear puts us in a very weakened state. We're much more easily influenced and controlled when we're in fear, and we don't make good decisions if we're fearful. And there's a lot of fearful things that are going on right now, so it's pretty easy to kind of stay in that state, and then to move into denial, which puts us asleep, because we don't want to deal with the fearful things that are happening and being brought up as possibilities. And then when we get into denial, we're not going to do anything that's going to be very helpful to us. And so I think the messages are important. I think we need to be considering them very seriously. I'm talking to as many people as I can about it. We need to be certainly aware of what we're doing to this planet, and we're not being very loving to our planet, which is the only home we have right now. There's just so many things going on, and that's basically it. And the thing with fear is the ego part of us loves fear. It just loves the fear. The ego part of us does not want the divine connection, because then it has less control over us. And the ego's game is to stay in control. And really, the message I've been getting has been so deep as to say that everything in the manifested world has come from the mind and the ego. And if